Hello everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to yet again another Watch With Nordic live stream here today. We got Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals between the Edmonton Oilers and the Dallas Stars here. Hopefully everyone's having a great day so far. It's time for, once again, another exciting live stream here. What's up, Cadence? How we doing? How's everybody doing? Get ready to cook this one up. This is our second stream of the conference finals. We have not streamed since Tuesday. My days are all mixed up together now. However, you guys are very fortunate because we will be live tomorrow and on Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday of next week. So a lot to look forward here on the channel in terms of just live streams. It's going to be a lot of fun here coming up on the channel. So be sure to subscribe down below. We got some special things to announce here. Some new milestones the channel has reached since we've last talked. And a couple other good things there to be excited about as well. Grab a bottle of water. Otherwise I'll dehydrate. What's up, Johnny? How we doing? Welcome back to the stream. Another local guy there. We got about like 20 minutes till, not 20 minutes, like maybe 10 minutes till puck drop here tonight. And what's beneficial for you guys is that I'm actually home alone tonight. So I'm able to yell as loud as I want to basically the entire stream. And that's something we really weren't able to do a lot of the time. So that's kind of fun, I guess. I mean, I'm not really sure how to take that, but, you know, hey. All Alright, just make sure everything's turned on for the stream. Yep, everything should be good. Perfect. Alright, awesome. We'll do our game preview here in a moment. I'm sure everybody's pumped up about this game, obviously. Game 1 was actually awesome with how the Stars came back against the Oilers. And hopefully we'll maybe see something like that here once again. I guess we'll see. All right. Oh, maybe that's why it's not working, because I'm on the, your live event has ended. Let me go on this. Hopefully the game hasn't started. I don't think it has. I sure hope it has not. All right, yeah, there we go. Now I can see everything that's going on. I was on the wrong event, and it was saying that it was over. I did not watch yesterday's Carolina game. I was at prom. However, I did see the highlights and all of that stuff. And I gotta say, Florida looks like they're making the finals again, and Carolina might get swept again. And I don't even know how that's possible to be swept. Like, not only be swept like 4 times. Like, that's insane. Like, I can't really, like, comprehend it. That's 4 times in a row if they end up getting swept in this series, or they have gone swept in the Eastern Conference Finals. That's basically a whole 16-game playoff run. You have to win that many games to win the Stanley Cup. And the fact that Carolina's lost that amount of games in the conference finals almost is insane. They're on like a 14-game losing streak. Now, I will say, I'm not so sure I see Carolina not winning a game here in these finals. They have to take at least one, you would think. But I don't know. Florida just looks unreal. Like, it feels like you shut down one line in Florida, another line comes up. You shut down that line in Florida, another one of their lines comes up. It's kind of unreal how that works. And it's just really weird how, or it's not really weird, it's just like insane how good this team is really built. And it just shows that they're getting better and better as, you know, the years go along here. Like, you think they'd be tired? Like, Tampa Bay went to 3 straight or 3 straight Stanley Cup finals. You would think they would get tired. No, Florida looks like they're full of energy and ready to go here. Like, they can win. They're probably winning this year's cup. I got to be blunt. And then they'll probably win. They'll probably go win next year's, honestly. Like, I don't know. It's insane. Showing off McDavid and Draisaitl here. And we'll get ready here for the start of the first period of Stars-Oilers in about 5 minutes here or so. They're going to do the anthems after this commercial break, most likely, and then we'll get started. Starting goaltender preview here tonight. Stuart Skinner is in net for the Oilers. Jake Ottinger is in net for the Stars. And, you know, obviously you can say what you want about Ottinger. He's been phenomenal in these playoffs. Stuart Skinner, it's been a little bit of a coin flip, I got to be honest. But recently, he has been looking solid. I think even in Game 1, just some of the goals that I watched were just poor defensive play by the Oilers. So maybe it's not all on schedule. What's up, Andrew? Let's go, Oilers. All right. Let's go, Oilers. But yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. We will be live tonight, tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday and Thursday. That's our schedule here for the next week. So we're essentially back with live streams. We won't be live for a little bit after that. I'm not sure when the Stanley Cup Finals are going to be, but I can confirm we're likely going to be live for every Stanley Cup Final game. I just don't know when it starts exactly. So that's obviously something we got to look at there too. But it's crazy that we're here in the third round. I believe the furthest it can go is June 2nd. So if things go the furthest they possibly can go, we could see the finals start like that Friday, which would be very interesting. Anywho, the thing next to you, it's a little weird. I didn't even control it myself, but apparently it will like keep whenever you comment, it gives like your XP. Like it keeps track it gives you XP whenever you comment, and it puts you on like a leaderboard. So I'm not sure if you guys can, but like I can press on your thing here and see the XP that all of you guys have. It's really weird. I don't know. They just added it a couple of days ago. It's not like a thing that's been there for a while. It's pretty strange actually when you think about it, but we won't talk about it. Anywho, thank you all very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm gonna put on a hat real quick. I feel very greasy and just like not good today. I haven't showered. I didn't get to shower today, so just been kind of going through it, and I feel very greasy. Like my hair feels weird. So, anyways, get started here after this commercial break. All right, here we go. They're doing the pregame little commercial trailer or whatever. Jesus, PK Subban. What is this, bro? Seeing PK Subban smoke a cigar, like, what are we doing? All right, so let's do a little recap here of Wednesday's game. So obviously the Oilers had a 3-1 lead heading into the third period, and they ended up blowing it against the Stars in the third period. Dallas scored 5 unanswered goals in that third period, led by essentially the Finnish Mafia. You had goals from Heiskanen and Granlund, who tallied up to basically 5 points between them and Mikko Rantanen there as well. And Esa Lindell also got an empty net goal to make that game 6-3. And here we go. We're going to do the national anthem here in a moment. And we'll get started here with the first period. Connor McDavid out there on the ice. McDavid with 20 points in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Showing off Rupe Hintz there as well. He had a goal in Game 1. Dallas is looking to take a 2-0 series lead here on the Oilers and send them back over to Edmonton, basically with their backs against the wall, essentially. But the Oilers have been in that situation before. In each of these series the Oilers have played so far, they have either taken a 2-0 series lead or they've gone down 2-0. They have never tied up a series or have had a series tied in these playoffs so far. And this Dallas arena is loud. You can see some orange within the crowd, but now they're doing the player introduction. Then we'll get the national anthem here. Hop on to see my boy. That's you, Nordic. Hey, thanks, Andrew. The franchise record for the most postseason wins at home in one singular playoff run is 8 for the Dallas Stars. It was back in Minnesota when they were the North Stars. The Stars are looking to break that franchise record here tonight, but now we're going to do the Canadian and national anthems here now. So take a little moment of silence to hear the anthem. Turn it up here a little bit so you guys can hear the anthem. Hopefully it doesn't copyright me. I'll know if it does. Probably turn it down a little bit. I don't want it to like actually copyright me. But we respect our nations. We're going to be silent here for the anthem. Stars fans clapping it up for the Canadian anthem. Let's see the American anthem now. All right, there we go, folks. That's the national anthems. Let's get ready for Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals here between the Edmonton Oilers and the Dallas Stars. Starting goaltender previews here. Stuart Skinner in net for the Oilers. 2-4 this postseason. Has 20 goals against in 4 losses, but 0 goals against in both wins. So essentially, when he allows a goal, the Oilers are losing. When he doesn't, the Oilers are obviously winning that game. On the other side, Jake Ottinger, it doesn't matter if he allows a goal or not. He always wins. 9-5 this postseason, a 2.51 goals against, and a .917 has won the last 7 home games for the Dallas Stars. They're looking to tie the franchise record tonight for most home wins in the postseason. Connor McDavid and the Oilers, the Finnish Mafia and the Dallas Stars, the Stanley Cup playoffs, Western Conference Finals, Game 2 from American Airlines Center is underway. Face-off is Hintz versus McDavid. It's won by the Oilers. Played back now, Evan Bouchard. Banks it off the right side to Hyman. And we get a whistle here immediately for offsides against the Oilers. Oilers have their first line out there of McDavid, Hyman, and Perry, which has been very effective here in these playoffs. Face-off, won back then by the Stars. It's Esa Lindell. Banks it off the boards. It'll go all the way back down and into the Oilers' end. It'll be an icing against Dallas to start off. Now again, Stuart Skinner, the only 2 wins he's had in these Stanley Cup playoffs were in games 4 and 5 of the second round against the Vegas Golden Knights, where he allowed a grand total of 0 goals throughout all of those games. And in the games that he has played where he's allowed a goal, he's lost by a substantial amount, averaging 5 goals against per game in the 4 losses that he's faced. Hintz versus McDavid now inside the Dallas zone. And it's won back by the Oilers at the point. Bouchard to Kulak, a shot, save in front. And it comes out. If that even got on Ottinger. Kept in by Bouchard. Bouchard feds it in front. And that one is blocked there by a Star and cleared out into the Oilers' end. It'll be another icing against Dallas. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it here tonight. Face-off coming up here again inside the Dallas zone. The Oilers with some relatively early pressure. It's won back by the Stars. Here comes Mikko Rantanen. Will bank it off the boards, trying to fight with Nurse. And picked up swiftly then by Draisaitl. Draisaitl through the center. And is Arvidsson to the right side. He'll throw it up to the point. Stetcher gives it over for Nurse, who fires it down low again for Draisaitl, and he loses control of that puck. It's cleared around by Ceci. Oilers will clear it out of the Stars zone and just get a regroup going. It's Nurse sending a stretch out pass to Stetcher, who will clear it into the Stars' end. Back then on the bench side is Podkolzin. Down low to Draisaitl back behind the net. Here's Jamie Benn. He's hit there after he classes the puck up the center. And it's stolen back then again by the Oilers. Henrique to Nurse. Little over a minute left. Little over a minute gone here in the first period. Nurse will throw past the center. It deflects off of Draisaitl and down low and into the Stars' end. Now Bichelle with it will clear it out to the right side. It's kept in, though, by Edmonton. Klingberg, rebound in front by Brown. And that one stopped to another chance, and Henrique could not control that. He did have an open net, but could not get an outlet on it. Here's Mason Marchment clearing it all the way out then to center ice. Now Tyler Seguin will have it. Banks it off the boards. And the Oilers say no to that. Stars still with control. Marchment throws it up to Duchesne. Duchesne with some backhand save by Skinner. If that even got on him. He'll throw it in front. It's deflected up in the air and goes out of the zone. And the Stars will regroup. Miro Heiskanen, who returned in Game 4 of the previous series. It's drawn back down and into the Oilers zone. Here they come the other way. Bouchard sends it over to Janmark and back down low behind the net. And a trip there from Corey Perry. The Stars fans wanted a penalty. They're not going to get one. Down low now, Trent Frederick to the point. Kulak a shot. And that one's blocked in front there by a Star. Played up then the center ice. The Oilers have had pressure here early so far in this one, just not able to register a shot. Here's Perry feeding it down low into the corner. Now behind the net, Lindell gives it up for Sam Steele. Steele moves it through center ice. Will dump it into the Oilers zone. Along the right side then, behind the net, it's still Stetcher who feeds it up and all the way through to center ice, and it's anyways offside, and we get a whistle here. Connor McDavid out there on the ice once again. His line of Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, and Hyman, my apologies. The most points following a playoff loss amongst active leaders. McDavid is fourth on that list with 65 points in 34 games following a playoff loss. The only three players above him are Ovechkin, Crosby, and Nikita Kucherov in terms of active players. Face-off coming up here now again in the Dallas zone. It's one back by the Oilers. Nuge to Bouchard to nurse a shot and blocked in front. Here come the Stars the other way. Granlund with the puck will look for options. Will just shoot it into the zone. And now playing it along the right side is CC. It goes up in the air. McDavid plays it forward. Stars have control. Granlund shoots it. Save in front. Rebound. Goes off of Skinner there as well. Now Harley with the puck along the right side. Harley shoots it. And a glove save by Skinner. What's up, Bawn? How we doing? Let's go, Oilers. Seems like everybody's rooting for the Oilers here to get something done. Stars already with some big chances there. Hintz with a from the air shot on Skinner. And obviously Skinner made the save. And the puck came all the way up to the center. And he made that one as well. Shots are now, I believe, 3-0 in favor of the Stars. 16:35 left here in the first period. Draisaitl wins the draw. Back to Wallman. Wallman will send a pass up, then Kapanen racing for it. He's got Harley battling with him. Puck comes loose. And Miro Heiskanen's right there. Draisaitl throws it into the Edmonton zone. It goes back all the way down and into Oettinger's glove. And he will just reluctantly cover. You won 7 games in both series. Well, I don't think you're going to get that in Canes Panthers. But you might get that in Oilers Stars. I guess we'll see. Shots are 4-2 in favor of Dallas. So that is the actual shots. 16:18 left here in the first period. Draisaitl will take the face-off against Dadonov. And it's one back. Never mind, they blow it dead. Chris Knoblauch making some lineup changes here already. He's got McDavid, Draisaitl, and Perry out there for this offensive zone draw. We already know Knoblauch likes to change things here with his top players. Face-off won by the Stars. Down low now, Harley gives it up for Ben. Ben will bank it off the boards. It's kept in, though, by Edmonton. Perry feeds it around to the right side. Draisaitl banks it up in front. A shot, Wallman! And it goes wide and all the way out of the zone. If you're the Oilers, you need to just kind of get your goals here right away and then try not to blow it. Obviously, in the third period of Game 1, they blew a 5-goal lead. That is not something they're used to doing. In fact, it's usually the opposite way around where the Oilers are coming back. Here's a pass down the other way for Seguin. It's too far ahead of him. It'll be an icing against the Stars there again. And, yeah, I mean, you're usually used to seeing the Oilers make a comeback, not allow a comeback, essentially. And it was a little bit surprising seeing that in Game 1. But these are two teams that do really like to make comebacks. You saw in Game 7 of Dallas, Colorado, they did that. Oilers were down 2-0 in the first round, and they came back in that as well. They also had 6 straight comeback games, essentially, which is actually insane. It's a stat that will never be broken. Maybe. Here's Seguin now once again versus Draisaitl. It's one back by the Oilers and all the way into the Edmonton zone. They'll regroup. Bouchard sends a pass over. Kulak banks it off the boards. Goes up in the air. Duchesne with it. Intercepted by Brown. Will clear it down low, but the Stars are right there. Lindell banks it off the boards. Duchesne tries to rush the other way. Sagan's right there too. Kulak beats the rush. He'll clear it out. Dumped back in then right away by the Stars. And Oilers just say no. Here they come the other way. Cleared into the zone then by Kulak. Behind the net now, Ottinger over to Cece. Intercepted by Kane. He battles with Steele. And the Oilers will try and break it out the other way. But nope. Here come the Stars. 3-on-2. Steele over. Waits. Fires it. And it goes wide. Down low now in the corner. Stetcher with it to Brown. Brown will send a pass over to Kane, who will just gain the red line and dump it in. But the Stars have control. Bichelle loses the puck. Now battling with Brown. In the corner on the right side, Robertson clears it out to center ice. Here's Ronton and flips it up with a stick. And can't really control it, so he'll flip it around the right side. Here's Steele. Sam Steele now down low. Mikko Ronton in 4 games without a goal. And we get a whistle here as Mikhail Granlund cross-checked Troy Stetcher into the boards. And that's going to be a penalty there against Dallas. The Oilers will have the first power play of the game. And yeah, you kind of do have to call that. I'm not particularly sure like what they were expecting. You cross-check somebody like that into the boards, you're going to get called for it. So there you go. That'll be a 2-minute boarding call. Yeah, essentially, I mean, he hits him on the numbers. I mean, it's not super dirty, but it's textbook boarding, and you got to call that here in the playoffs for sure. So the Oilers will get a power play, which has been very good here in these playoffs. And Stetcher looks fine on the bench. So face-off coming up here now inside of the Dallas zone. Oilers will look to score the first goal of the game once again for the 3rd straight game. Here's Bouchard down low for McDavid. Connor McDavid circles around on the penalty box side, gives it up to Bouchard. Bouchard to McDavid, to Draisaitl. Draisaitl to Bouchard, a shot directed, they score! Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the redirect in front of the Oilers have a power play goal. It's 1-0 once again. And for the 4th game in a row, the Oilers score the first goal of the game here in these playoffs. It's a simple shot from Bouchard from the point. It deflects off of Nugent's stick. That's the kind of goals I scored in my very mid-high school career. And it's 1-0 Oilers here in Dallas. He was turning, but yeah. I mean, he was turning, yes. But still. And the Oilers now once again with a power play goal. That's Nugent's 5th of the playoffs. And Oilers have a 1-0 lead. Heiskanen wins it back now. And the Stars will regroup. Dallas has trailed 12 of that, and it's 1-0 here for the Oilers. Oh, what the heck just happened? Apparently my stream disconnected. Sorry about that, guys. What the heck just happened? I just realized everything just disconnected. Is everything okay? Are we back? Apparently my stream disconnected. Okay, looks like we're okay. I don't know, that was weird. Sorry about that, guys. Let me close some stuff. I don't know what's going on. For some reason, this computer's been a little bit weird. All right, good. You're good. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. Just sometimes it does that, I guess. I don't know, Maine. All right, face-off coming up here now once again. It's in commercial break. It'll come outside of the Dallas zone. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new here, be sure to subscribe. All right, we're back. Face-off coming up here in a moment. Doing the ice cleaning Here's Emily Kaplan. And they're showing off the Finnish Mafia. Mikael Granlund, Rupe Hintz, Mikko Rantanen, and then Miro Heiskanen and Esa Lindell there as well. That's essentially a full lineup of Finnish players on this Stars team. It's kind of cool for the chemistry, obviously. But if things go a certain way and Dallas takes on the Panthers in the finals, it's going to be like a Finnish civil war. Here's Hyman, a shot saved there by Ottinger with the glove. Had a little bit of trouble saving that one. Saved it with his armpit, it looked like. And the Oilers continue their offensive zone pressure here in the first period. They have the first goal. It's from Nugent Hopkins on the rebound, showing off the Finnish skaters with points this series. And Rantanen and Hintz have more than 10. Mikko Rantanen has 20. And then Granlund, Heiskanen, and Lindell also have points here all in this series as well. Puck comes out of the Stars' end. It's quickly dumped back in, but McDavid did not know that, so it's offsides against the Oilers. Face off now here inside the Dallas zone. It's won back then by the Oilers. Troy Stetcher throws it along the right side. Cleared all the way into the Stars zone. Here they'll battle for it. Granlund throws it past the center. Now Rantanen through the zone. A shot there from Hintz is saved by Skinner. It wasn't that great of a shot. He was on his knees, and the Oilers will clear the puck down the other way. Henrique plays that puck all the way in the air. It's offsides against the Oilers. And the Stars will bank it down the other way, trying to get to it. A big hit there by Nurse on Hintz. He still has the puck. Banks it around the right side. Now Rantanen with it. Getting tied up. Trying to move it around them behind the net now with Granlund. Mikael Granlund still has control. Hintz to the point to Harley. Harley to Ceci, a shot. Directed in front. And it's stopped there by Skinner. It's cleared out of the zone by the Oilers. Kane races to it. Ceci gets to that puck first. And he'll play it back then to Thomas Harley. Harley banks it off the boards now. Steal for Robertson. Robertson still looking for his first goal this series. Only has an assist in these playoffs. Down low now behind the net is Colin Blackwell. Blackwell to the point to Lindell. To the right side then Heiskanen. Dekes around. Moves to the center. Waits. Lindell over. Robertson, a shot blocked in front. Another chance saved by Skinner with the glove as Blackwell gets knocked down to the ground by John Klingberg, and some more pushing and shoving there from the Oilers. And I think there might be a penalty here coming. And I think there probably is going to be one. The officials were pointing at Klingberg, so I would assume that might be him that's going. And yeah, he's creating a ruckus, so I'm going to assume it is him going. And we'll get a penalty here against the Oilers. A power play now coming up for the Stars. I forgot to get rid of the power play for the Oilers. Sorry about that. Of course I did. Obviously, a little Watch With Nordic stream records. This is our 9th time streaming the Oilers in these playoffs. And this is our 7th time streaming the Stars in these playoffs. As for the Oilers, we are 5-2-1. The Stars is just 3-3, essentially. So I don't know. We're on like a 4 or 5 game winning streak when we stream Oilers games. So I would not be shocked if the Oilers win this one. Face-off coming up here now inside the Oilers zone. Power play for Dallas. Kulak around to the right side. Will try and clear. It's kept in. Intercepted. And the Oilers just clear it anyways. So that lasted long. Here's Ottinger. Feeds it back then for Heiskanen, who drops it back. Now Johnston. Johnston then for Rupe Hintz. Hintz feeds it through the neutral zone. Down low. Skinner will go out of his net and play it. It's intercepted by Rantanen to the point to Heiskanen. Stars have control. Rantanen to the point to Duchesne. Over to Heiskanen. To Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen throws it up to the point. Heiskanen down low to Rantanen again in front. Duchesne, a shot! And it goes wide. Down low now in the corner. Rantanen with it. I got to remember how to say his name right. Down low, Rantanen tries throwing it in front. It goes down low. Duchesne tries feeding it up. It's intercepted by the Oilers and cleared down the other way. Heiskanen picks it up down low. The Oilers on the road for their PK is just above 50%, so you like it to be a little bit better there. Here's Granlund. Granlund banks it off the boards. Harley down low. Granlund waits. Feeds it in front. Directed back then for Sagan. Along the right side. Intercepted. Here's Connor McDavid. McDavid 2-on-1 with Hyman. McDavid into the zone. Shoots it. And it goes off the post. Now here come the Stars the other way. 3-on-2. It's Sagan. To Marchment. To Robertson. Saved by Skinner. Battle for it now in front. Hyman picks it up. Intercepted. Granlund to Marchment. Marchment to Robertson. Robertson to the point to Harley. Over. Sagan, a shot directed off Wallman. And out of play. Tyler Sagan had 2 goals in Game 1, including the game-tying goal in the first period. And he was denied there by the Oilers defender, who was a deadline acquisition. McDavid with a clear break there on Harley. Hits the post. Shorthanded. If that puck goes in, it's not looking great for the Stars here at the very least. Face-off now won by Dallas. Johnston with the puck. Takes it down low. Will throw it up to the point now. Harley, 9 seconds left. It's intercepted by the Oilers. Here they come the other way. Nuge drops it back. Backhanded down low by Draisaitl. That'll do it for the Dallas power play. A good kill there by the Oilers, but it was not easy. Here's Ben. Over then for Johnston. He turns it over. Perry now the other way with some room. Pass in front directed. Saved by Ottinger on Draisaitl. Now down low in the corner. Podkolzin throws it up to the point. Battling here now inside the Star zone. It's banked out then to center ice. And picked up by Evgeny Dadonov. Back then for Johnston, who dumps it into the Oilers zone. Now it's Nurse to Klingberg. Klingberg. Over for Nurse, who clears it all the way through the neutral zone. 3-on-2 for Edmonton. Nurse, or Draisaitl to Perry. Intercepted there by Ceci, who will play it up and out. And now here comes Hintz with some speed over to Granlund, and it's offsides. Yeah, Bond, that was spam. I don't know. It's for some reason these bots are coming into my stream. They have been for the last couple of ones. But anyways, the Oilers are up 1-0 here on Dallas in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Oilers are looking to tie up this series with a win here tonight. Yeah, it's a damn shame. I'm trying to find ways to hold the comments for review and then ban them that way, but it hasn't really been working out, so it's pretty annoying. All right. Thank you all very much for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated here. In game numero 2 of the Western Conference Finals, the Oilers are looking to tie up this series. All right. Showing off Ottinger. His record at home is substantially better than his record on the road. 7-1 here in these playoffs at home with a 2.17 and a .920. The only home loss was actually in Game 1 of these playoffs. There's somebody wearing an Ottinger, wearing an otter mask. That's kind of funny there. They obviously call Ottinger Otter. It's his little nickname there, of course. Face-off coming up here now outside of the Oilers zone. It's going to be Steele versus Janmark. There's Jason Robertson, who joined this series in game 1 of the second round, only has 1 assist. I think you can kind of tell he's not getting a whole lot of ice time here as it is. I think you can kind of see that he is dealing with an injury of some sorts in these playoffs. I don't think he's really healthy from when he got hurt at the end of the playoffs. Battling now down low in the corner. Frederick throws it in front and directed in the air by Kane along the right side. Cleared up to the point. Stetcher over to Nurse, a shot. Glove save by Ottinger. Shots are 8-6 here in favor of Dallas. Just a little bit under, or a little bit over halfway through the first period. Now, I talked a little bit about comebacks here in these streams. What's crazy is that both of these teams have had 6 comebacks in these playoffs. And typically, they're also trailing after the first period. It's kind of weird how that works. But, hey, if you play better from behind, go with it, I guess. Face-off one here down low behind the net now. Lindell with it. Essa Lindell will send a pass to the neutral zone. It's intercepted and picked up then by McDavid. Dekes it around. Heiskanen intercepts. Back then for Lindell to the right side, and Johnson trying to play it up then. It's intercepted again by the Oilers. Puck is cleared up in the air. Bouchard trying to play it forward. Stars are looking for a game-tying goal. Here's Nuge. Clears it inside of the Dallas zone. Lindell now and Ben fighting with McDavid. Puck is cleared all the way back and down and into the Edmonton zone. And the Oilers will regroup. Draisaitl with 20 points in these playoffs, tied for most in the NHL. Here's Brown now, banks it through the neutral zone. Kapanen racing for it. He'll battle with Thomas Harley in the corner, sent up to the point. And now here comes Dallas. Just kidding. They dump it into the Oilers zone. Klingberg will clear it all the way around. Over to Kapanen. He can't control it. It's cleared out to center ice then again. And here they'll regroup now. It's Klingberg will drop it back and all the way down low into the Dallas end. Harley feeds a pass forward now. Duchesne with the puck. Shoots it. And a save by Skinner as it goes directly into his chest. 7:39 left here in the first period. It's 1-0 Oilers off of a Ryan Nugent-Hopkins tap-in goal. Face off now inside the Oilers zone. Won by Bichelle. Granlund shoots it. And that one goes off the pipe. Oilers trying to clear it out. Now Kane battling for it as he's down on the ground. Rantanen feeds it in front for Hintz. Hintz to the right side. Down low. Granlund battling in the corner with Stetcher. Bichelle comes down low. Picks it up. Waits. Looks. Throws it in front. And a save by Skinner. It's under Hintz. And finally it comes free now and down inside the behind the Oilers net. Nurse will pick it up, clear it out to center ice. Here they come the other way. Puck goes into the Stars bench anyways, so they couldn't really do anything there anyways. So a close goalpost hit there for the Oilers. Nearly gave up the game-tying goal. Dallas again. They obviously did the same thing here in game 2. Or game 1, my apologies. Tying up the game after going down 1-0. Face-off coming up here inside of the Edmonton zone. It's Steele versus Janmark. They'll kick him out. And it looks like Knobloch just keeps changing up the lines here. Now you see Draisaitl with Frederick. It's just like it's intriguing how he's changing things up here a little bit. And I understand, you got to make adjustments, but we saw McDavid start off with Hyman. He was playing with Perry here at points. It's just wild how this works. Offsides here against Dallas. As for the Stars, their lines really haven't changed. They kept their same boys out there essentially the entire time. And I think it's worth saying tomorrow we will be live for Game 3 of the conference finals, where the Panthers have a chance to go up 3-0 in the season series against the Carolina Hurricanes. We'll also be live for Game 4 of that series as well, and then Game 4 of Oilers Stars. So don't look out. So don't look back. There are plenty of streams coming up here on the channel over Memorial Day weekend. Puck down low now inside the Oilers zone. Johnston battling for it with Dadonov as well against Janmark and Kulak. Puck is still down low in the corner. It finally breaks free as it's tied up by Ben to the point of shot, and that one goes wide from the point and cleared all the way out to the neutral zone as Dallas will regroup. In the air now, Dadonov gives it up for Ben. Banks it along the boards now into the corner. Kulak battling with Johnston. Still behind the net. They can't seem to break it free. Finally it does. Here comes McDavid. McDavid through the zone. Is tied up there. It's a pass then for Frederick. And the Oilers will regroup. Shots are 10-7 in favor of the Stars, with 5:40 left here in the first period. Banked off and into the Dallas end. And here comes McDavid. McDavid circles around. Will throw it up to the point. A shot and a glove save by Ottinger. I think that was Jake Wallman at the point. And 5:33 left. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with the only goal so far. It's 1-0 in favor of the Oilers here in the first. Thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new here to the channel, be sure to subscribe. That is always appreciated. Trying to get to 3,500. We're not that close, but hey, these streams definitely do help with that. So I appreciate all of you guys who tune in and are new. Remember to hit the like button. Yes, you hit the like button. It makes more people see the stream, so it's always appreciated. All right, here we go. Back here from Dallas, Texas. Face-off coming up here now inside of the Edmonton zone. Here's Chris Knobloch as Emily Kaplan talks to her. And face-off coming up here now. Showing off Zach Hyman, who has 4 goals in these playoffs, has been on a good run here. And these Dallas fans are getting loud, ringing up their towels. I see a Kaylor Yamamoto jersey in the crowd. And that Kempe guy is back. He was there in Game 1. He's back. Face-off. Won back then by the Stars. Through the neutral zone, it's Heiskanen to Lindell. Lindell will clear it into the Oilers zone. Now it's Wallman to Bouchard. Cleared around. Granlund gets hit back from behind by Hyman. The Stars fans want a penalty. And now picked up by Jake Wallman. A pass to McDavid. McDavid dekes around Heiskanen and shoots it. And the kick save there by Ottinger. Here's Hyman along the right side now, battling with Heiskanen and Rantanen trying to play it forward. And down low now, Heiskanen gets it back. Miro Heiskanen will drop it down low into the zone. Intercepted by Nugent-Hopkins. Nuge waits and intercepted there by Dallas. They'll bring it back into their own zone, and now the Oilers will regroup. 4:30 left in the first. Bouchard to Draisaitl to Podkolzin. He fans on the shot. Rebound in front. In the crease. And cleared out by Ceci. Kulak now dekes in the zone. That puck was directly in front of the net. Just waiting for someone to tap that in. But nope. Battling now here along the right side. They're banging the glass. And it's picked up now swiftly by the Stars. Here's Colin Blackwell. Blackwell then for Steele. Sam Steele now into the corner behind the net. Where's the glass banger at? Where's he at right now? Down low now, Harley fighting for it. Harley holds it and waits. Down low, throws it in front. And the Stars can't control that one. Here they come the other way. It's a 3-on-2 for the Oilers. Podkolzin and the Kapanen. It's tapped in front. And the Oilers are forced to regroup. Shots are 10-9 in favor of the Stars. Still regrouping with here now. It goes into the Oilers zone again. It's Stetcher for Brown. Connor Brown through the neutral zone to Kane. And tied up there in the Dallas end. Petrovic will clear it up. And now the Oilers will regroup with it again. Duchesne dumps it down low and into the Oilers zone. Battling along the right side is Nurse. It's cleared back down low. Picked up then by Duchesne. Matt Duchesne with a goal in Game 1. That was his first goal of the playoffs. And it's swiftly picked up then by Stetcher and the Oilers as they regroup here once again. 2:50 left here in the first period. Time is slowly running down. It's 1-0 Edmonton. Stetcher clears it into the zone. Battling now is Perry with Harley. Along the right side, puck comes up, and now here comes Dallas. Dadonov through the zone. Waits. Pass in front, deflected back by Wallman. And behind the net now is Hintz. Or my apologies, Johnston. I don't know how I got those mixed up. Perry now in the corner will try clearing it. Klingberg will attempt as well. It's dumped down low then by the Stars subsequently. Here's Ben. Jamie Benn in front. Ceci! And it goes wide. It'll go all the way down into the Dallas zone as time runs down even more. Just kind of back and forth action here. There's been some rushes the other way, but good defensive zone play by both these teams. Rantanen, dish pass to Lindell, shoots it, deflect into the corner, and picked up then by Nuge. Here they come the other way. Nugent Hopkins drops it back, dumps it into the Stars zone. Now waiting for it here is Heiskanen. Miro Heiskanen through the neutral zone, drops it back, Dadonov, and cleared into the zone by Lindell. 100 seconds to go in the first. Here's Granlund to the right side. Will clear it back behind the net. Rantanen with it. Rantanen skates it around. Gets tied up by McDavid. Still battling with him. McDavid wins the battle. Here they come the other way. 3-on-2. McDavid with Nuge and Hyman. And it's tied up there by Heiskanen and cleared out of the zone. A good defensive play by the Oilers. Shots are 11-9 in favor of the Dallas Stars. Here's Lindell. Over to Robertson. Clears it up and out. Last minute of play now in the first period. Nurse. Cleared around back behind the net. Now waiting for it is Kulak to Kapanen. Kapanen to Draisaitl. Here's Draisaitl through the neutral zone. Draisaitl to Kapanen. It's tipped in front there by the Stars. They get it back. Here is shot from Podkolzin, a save, and the rebound. Could not get to it there from Kapanen on the right side. Robertson battling forward. It's intercepted. Picked up again then by Draisaitl. Draisaitl with some room. Skates it around. Circles and waits. He's put in a headlock and knocked down by Harley, and that will be a penalty. And I saw that from right there. I'm like, yup, that's going to be a penalty for sure. And there you go. The Oilers got another power play here late in the first. It's going to be on Harley for holding on Leon Draisaitl. So the Oilers will get a 2-minute power play that will carry over into the second period, obviously, if they don't score a goal here in this frame. Headlock. Essentially, yeah, it looked like a headlock. 2-minute power play now here for the Oilers. May not have been an actual headlock, but All right. Face off now here inside of the Stars End. It's Blackwell versus Draisaitl. Won by Bouchard. 20 seconds left in the first. McDavid to the front. Directed away. Cleared by the Stars with 20 seconds to go. Skinner will play it up to Bouchard. They'll make one last push here as time winds down. Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid into the zone. Deeks around. Gets tied up there again by Marchment. And it's cleared the other way. That'll do it for the first period. A goal from Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the tap-in play past Ottinger. And it's a 1-0 lead for the Oilers heading into the first intermission. That is the first lead for the Oilers after the first period on the road this postseason. That being said, it is intermission time. Go get a snack. Go get a drink. Go use the bathroom. Do what you got to do. And we'll be back here for the start of the second period in about 15, 20 minutes. Perfect. Whew. All right, let me make my commentary clip for the goal, and then we will talk a little bit about it, about the period and all that good stuff. All right, let me pull up my the stream here on my computer. All right. Yeah, good period indeed. I thought both teams looked solid, not going to lie. It just was like it just overall was like a good period of hockey, in my opinion. Draisaitl to Bouchard. Draisaitl to Draisaitl. Draisaitl to Bouchard. A shot directed. They score! Ryan Nugent-Hopkins on the redirect in front of the Oilers have a power play goal. It's 1-0 once again. And for the fourth game in a row, the Oilers score the first goal of the game here in these playoffs. It's a simple shot from Bouchard from the point. It deflects off of Nugent's stick. That's the kind of goals Nugent's stick. All right, yeah, about 15 minutes here left in the intermission. Let me change up my clock here in a second. Boom. All right, we should probably be right on time. If not, we're a second or two behind. But I've learned that it doesn't really matter. Oh, Lewis Litt. Hello? Hello, Lewis Litt. All right, perfect. can't believe Denmark upset Canada. That's actually unreal.
Well, for me, it's just game in the system there. It's an easy call for the referee to make because you think it's getting hit from behind. But the Oilers player, Fletcher, he knows that he's coming in from behind. He turns back into the check there. Granlund's job is to make sure that he eliminates the player from the puck. He does his job, but when he turns back into him, he makes it an easy call for the referee. I don't like the call personally there. I don't think it's a dangerous play at that point because there's not enough speed into it, and it's an easy call. I think it's game in the system. And the player's doing it to himself, in essence, right? He knows what's coming. He knows what's coming. He's inflicting it on himself. Is that different from trying to draw a penalty like any place? He definitely could draw a penalty. I know he's trying to evade the forechecker, but I think he's in my opinion, that it's an easy call for the referee to make. But in the fact that it should be an actual for the.
Perfect. I need to plug in my computer, as I have not been able to charge it today. Oh well. All right, there we go. That's uploaded. Thank you all very much for tuning in. Figure more highlights this period, but only a few. Yeah. I think this game's going to be much more closer. Like, again, I always see there's going to be one game that's, like, insanely high-flying offense, and then the next game is just, like, defense, defense, defense. That's what it is half the time, so I'm prepared for that.
Get to the open net and tap it in there. He has to stay with his man there, and I can show you exactly what this way here. Well, and I'll tell you, I don't know why releases him. He kind of releases from. But you're a left-hand shot. You're a left-hand shot. I'm Nugent Hopkins coming in.
What was I gonna do? Oh yeah. Okay.
Then he turns and leaves him. He's got to take him out there and blow him under the position here, and have the move on the inside so he can clear any rebounds. Come over here, Lee. No, I'm not going near that. I almost caught a high stick already. Why Johnson, a great young player there. He's making a few mistakes in these playoffs this year there. He's a minus 15 there. Right. He's a great, talented young player with a lot of playoff experience. He was great last year, but he's struggling this year making some decisions defensively, and it seems to be costing the Dallas Stars. Certainly in that goal there. Dash, not a dash there, though, because he killed the penalty. Just got to be patient. Be patient. Be patient. I used to be 22 also. So. Yeah. Me too. Emily with the goal scorer.
Ryan, you guys didn't score a power play goal on the road for the first 2 rounds, and now you have 2. What changed?
Obviously, we've been pushing the first 2 rounds. It just hasn't gone in. So we're staying with it and making sure that we're urgent.
What stood out to you about the way you scored that one?
Pretty simple play. Just getting pucks to the net and trying to outman him and making sure we win our battles down there.
When we saw the stats of Connor McDavid in playoff games, his points after a loss. Just describe what your captain is like after a loss in the playoffs.
Yeah, obviously, all the time, he leads by example, and we follow his way. And when you get down one, you know you need a big one, and always look to him.
Thank you, Ryan.
Thanks.
I like calling the news myself, real close like that. So, on our way to the second period.
Bruh, is Around the Horn on ESPN ending? I just saw this. Jesus Christ, how do you go on this? How do you go on that show 700 times?
You've always been ahead of the game. Excellence is your default, and Lexus knows that feeling is unmatched. Their standard isn't for the average, it's for those who set the bar
Around the Horn. It's like, it's an ESPN show that they do. I've maybe watched it like 2 times in my life. It's pretty weird, but I'm seeing on Twitter that it's apparently over. Let me go do my research here real quick. Why is this over? $5,000 episodes. ESPN changed programming or something. They do BS. They love to do BS like that all the time. Having a little bit of a runny nose. Thank you all very much for tuning in. We're still in intermission here. Alright, I'll stop. It's making my stream like want to kill itself. Alright, about 6 minutes here till the start of the second period. Oops, I just moved my entire thing there by accident. Okay, wire. So, why is this not loading?
Hit the pole. Why are you going to one shot right up there? One shot. Come from a crease. You hit one shot. Which post? That one? That post. See, Dad?
Oh my god, they're shooting Sean Levy. Used to use HTI, PTI. Pardon the interruption around the horn after school. Yeah, pardon the interruption, I like. Around the horn, though, I was never a fan of. All right, we should get ready here for the start of the second period. After this, in a moment, 4.5 minutes here. I'm actually... Oh, I'm a second behind, dude. Are you kidding me right now? I'm a second behind on my stream. Oh, well. That doesn't matter. But yeah, now you guys know.
fourth day of July. Roundup dual action kills and prevents weeds. Guaranteed. This stuff works. We were far apart at birth. This is the story of the best part of the sandwich and his price. Irresistible. Uncrustables are the best part of the sandwich.
All right, 3.5 minutes here to the start of the third period. Little first period recap. The only goal came from Nugent Hopkins. There were 2 power plays that were scored, three power plays that were in that period. The shots were 11-10 in favor of the Stars. The hits, as it loads here very slowly but surely, were 24-11 in favor of the Oilers. Faceoffs were completely even. Giveaways, Stars give up 11 to the Oilers 7, and takeaways, Stars had 3 to the Oilers 2. So again, just some fun stats there. The Oilers carry a minute 29 power play heading into the period, as Thomas Harley with a late holding on Leon Draisaitl. But apart from that, we're ready to get started here with the second period in about 2.5 minutes momentarily. So thank you all very much for tuning in for this stream. I greatly appreciate it. If you are new here, please do subscribe down below. It'd be greatly appreciated. And we'll get ready here for the start of the middle frame in a moment here.
Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Best day of training so far.
How's your elbow?
It's killing me.
While well-timed check can save a game, a well-timed body check can save your life.
All right, now we got to do this Jacob Trouba commercial.
AstraZeneca and the NHL are teaming up against cancer. Together we can stay ahead of cancer with a simple conversation. Talk with your doctor about your risk factors.
And about available cancer screenings that are right for you.
It's time to make the ultimate defensive play and get body check against cancer. AstraZeneca is the official partner of Hockey Fights Cancer.
All right, here we go. The start of the second period here, live from American Airlines Center inside of Dallas, where the Oilers are looking to tie up this series. But first off, they need to get through 40 more minutes of hockey. Face-off coming up here now in a moment. There's been a lot of post hits here in this game, most notably from the Oilers. And I also mentioned, too, that whenever Stuart Skinner wins a game, he allows 0 goals and has a shutout. Whenever he loses a game, he allows just 1. So, again, if the Oilers or the Stars can score 1 goal, history does repeat itself. But anyways, let's get ready here for the start of the second period. Meow. So face-off coming up here now in a moment, as they got the ESPN crew out there talking. This is the last series they'll do. TNT has the Stanley Cup Finals. And here we go. Face-off coming up here now. Right now, the start of the second period of the Stanley Cup playoffs between the Dallas Stars and the Edmonton Oilers is underway. The Oilers will start off with a power play here for 1:29. They immediately blow the whistle, and now the puck is officially dropped. It's won back then by the Stars. Here's Esa Lindell to the right side. Cleared up and around down low as a glove gets flicked off and into the air. And it's picked up by Blackwell. Colin Blackwell fighting now with McDavid. Intercepted. Here's Blackwell. Dekes around Bouchard. And can't fully control the puck. What a play there by Colin Blackwell, the young PK man. Here come the Oilers now the other way. Hyman into the zone. They'll set up here with a minute left, and no, they will not. It's cleared all the way down the other way. Now Bouchard. Bouchard drops it back to McDavid. Connor McDavid will move it through the neutral zone. Drops it back to Nuge. Nuge to the point to Bouchard. Bouchard to Nuge. Nuge and Hopkins to McDavid. Behind the net. McDavid in front. Hyman a pass to Nuge. And he's not there. He does pick it up, though. We'll feed it up to the point. Now Bouchard with it. Waits. Over. Nuge. Pass in front. Draisaitl saved by Ottinger. I thought I nearly had that there for a moment. But nope. Here's Bouchard now to the right side. Draisaitl holds the puck. Skates it in. Waits. Down low for McDavid. McDavid controls it. Circles around to the front. Saved by Ottinger on the rebound. And he covers that one up as well. With 8 seconds left on the Edmonton power play. Dallas looking to take a 2-0 series lead over to Edmonton for Game 3. But so far, it hasn't really been that. Looks like the Oilers are playing very good here on this power play. They are 2 for 4 on the road. Showing off Draisaitl has 19 career power play goals in the playoffs. Here's Steele now versus Henrique. It's won back by the Stars. Now Lindell to Ceci. Cody Ceci clears it all the way out of the zone. And now Edmonton regroups. And that'll do it for the Oilers power play. We're back to 5v5. Wallman will clear it into the zone. It goes in on Ottinger. And he will make the glove save. Shots are now 12-12. Shots are 13-12, so I lied in favor of the Oilers. Henrique versus Hintz. And it's won back by the Oilers. Now Brown with it, and they blow the whistle dead immediately. So there goes that. We'll get another face-off again. 18-21 now remaining. Face-off again now. It's won by the Oilers. Rantanen handles the puck. Will send it up to center ice. Now Hintz banks it down low into the Oilers' end. They battle for it here now. It's picked up by Henrique on the right side. Brown trying to throw it in front. He takes a stick to the face. And they are going to call something here, it looks like. Or something is happening. And a skate? Huh. Let me take a look at this. So Granlund. Ooh. Oh, yeah. That skate goes right up in there inside of Connor Brown. And he looks fine. He looks okay. It looks like he didn't take anything at all. That's a lucky play there from Mr. Brown. Not getting anything interfered with there. That's very fortunate for sure. But yes, I agree. That was a really close skate. So they'll take a look at his nose, see if there's anything like there, and it doesn't look like it. Maybe his little playoff beard stopped that from happening. Here's Troy Stecher clearing it up now to center ice along the right side. Heiskanen battling for it. And cleared up now the other way. Draisaitl banks it in. Janmark circles around, feeds it up to the point, a shot, and that one's blocked in front by the Stars. Cleared all the way down the other way. It won't be an icing. Skinner will pick it up, throws it around, and he nearly got hit there by Sam Steele. Heiskanen clears it down low and into the Oilers zone. Stecher now battling for it in the corner. It's picked up again by Darnell Nurse as Edmonton will get a regroup going. Nurse to the defensive zone, up to Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl hit there by Harley. Feeds a pass in front and dumped down low then by Janmark as they'll control it. Heiskanen to Duchesne. Matt Duchene clears it into the zone now. Tyler Seguin fighting here alongside Nuge. Picked up by McDavid. 3-on-2 for the Oilers. McDavid over. Bouchard a shot. And it goes up and out of play. Shots are 14-12 in favor of the Oilers here in the second period. So a little bit under 17 minutes to go here in the second period. Time is moving slow, it feels like. It's just kind of back and forth action. There's been more shots, but not a whole lot more. Face-off one down low now with it. It's Lindell. Clears it out to the neutral zone. It's swiftly picked up by Bouchard and dumped in. Lindell drops it back to Cece. Now McDavid will battle for it here in the corner. It's cleared up and it goes all the way down the other way and into the Oilers' end. Bouchard will fight now with Ben and throws it up in front for Kulak. It's poked at by the Stars, but thankfully the Oilers will get it out. Along the right side, a pass up the other way. Now it's Dadonov. Evgeny Dadonov throws it in front and nobody's there. Up to the right side now. Granlund a shot. Saved by Skinner. He doesn't know where it is. And cleared up to the point. Cece waits to Lindell. Down low behind the net again. Dadonov trying to hold it. And clears it around then for Cece. Back to Granlund. Granlund stick handles. Up to the point. Fires it. Saved by Skinner with the chest. And they still can't find a way to beat this Edmonton goaltender. Oh boy. Face off now here inside of the Edmonton zone. It's really weird. It's one back down low then by Edmonton. It's Jake Wallman here. Wallman sends a pass over then for Klingberg up to Draisaitl. What's weird for some reason is my live isn't showing up on my analytics page. Here's Wallman. Shoots it. It goes wide and just past Ottinger. And picked up again now. Here's Rantanen. Through the zone. He's got Granlund with him in front. He shoots it wide of Skinner. Kapanen now trying to play it the other way. He'll send a pass over then for Klingberg, who gives it to Wallman down low. And the Oilers will regroup. 3-on-3 the other way. Into the zone. They break it in. Henrique to Kapanen. He'll keep it in the zone. It's dished back behind the net. Now running for it here is Henrique. And it's stolen back then by Sam Steele down low on the right side. Harley fighting with Brown. Taken back then Blackwell. Through the zone. Steele to Robertson. Backhands it down low into the zone. And goes back into the Edmonton end. Stetcher for Nurse. Back to Stetcher. Oilers still changing up their line. Nurse joins the rush. Will feed a pass over to Kane. But it's intercepted again then by Petrovic. As the Stars will attempt to clear. Down low. Henrique with the puck. Poke checks it up to the point. Nurse shoots it. And it goes wide there on that attempt. Puck is cleared all the way out and into the neutral zone for the Oilers as they'll regroup in their own end. We've seen a lot of neutral zone play, a lot of turnovers here in this game. It's been one of those ones where it's been a little bit sloppy in the neutral zone, but when it comes to the defensive zone, these teams have locked down. Here's a pass in front. Frederick a shot. It goes into the crease and cleared out there again by the Stars. Marchment banks it through the boards. Frederick intercepts, and now Bouchard back with it. Evan Bouchard to Corey Perry. Back down to the right side. Henrique battles here in the center ice and picked up then by Seguin, who dumps it down low into the Oilers' end. Skinner banks it around down low. Bouchard feeds a pass through center ice. Harley to Cece. Cody Cece will bring it back into the zone and wait. Shots are 15-13 in favor of the Oilers. Here's Johnston, a shot. Glove save by Stuart Skinner. Only one goal in the game here still so far. It was a power play goal from Nugent Hopkins, but there's been plenty of pucks that have gone through Jake Ottinger's crease, but nobody is there to pot them in. It's still 1-0 Oilers here in the second period. And Ovechkin has won the Mark Messier Leadership Award. So that's pretty nice. I think it's pretty obvious he was going to win some awards. Because that always seems to happen, honestly. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate it. It is always greatly appreciated when people tune in. All right, here we go. 13:24 left in the second period. They're talking to Pete DeBoer now here. There's no surprises behind the Stars bench either. Showing off Petrovic, who has been playing with the Stars team on this run, has been kind of rotating with Lyubushkin as well. They've made some changes. Obviously, Petrovic slots in here for game 2. They decided to take out Lyubushkin and put him in. So, you know, not bad. I think, again, the Stars have options. They have guys they can rotate through. Same with the Oilers. And I think we're going to get a penalty here now. And the Oilers' depth, we'll have to see if they can kill off a penalty here, I believe. If I saw it correctly. They love going to commercials, so I don't know. And no, never mind. They showed Blackwell down on the ground. They showed an official, but there won't be any penalty. My apologies, guys. Sorry for getting your hopes up there a little bit. Face off now in the Oilers zone. 13:07 remaining in the second period. Podkolzin versus Sagan. One back then by the Oilers. Wallman behind the net. Intercepted. Duchesne down low now. Marchman battling for it. Throws it in front. Duchesne, a shot. And blocked there if that even got on Skinner. Have a good night, Bond. Here's Kapanen now. Intercepts that pass from the Stars. They'll regroup with it now down the other way. Here's John Klingberg. Klingberg through the zone. Back then, Kapanen shoots it on net. And it goes wide. Podkolzin now to the right side. Will end up clearing it out himself. And now here come the Stars. Sagan with Granlund. Sagan tied up. Tries feeding it up. And Kapanen kicks that one out of the zone with his bare feet. And now Petrovic will pick it up and dump it back down the other way. It's been a tale of back and forth hockey. Chance in front. Saved by Skinner on Mikko Rantanen. Now down low in the corner. He has it again. Tied up by multiple Oilers. Now Granlund with the puck. Granlund sends it in front. Rantanen shoots that one wide. And now they get it back. Rantanen dekes around. Fighting now with the end mark. Battling here in the corner. It's picked up then by the Oilers. Here they come the other way and dumped down low. And into the Stars zone. Leon Bichelle will dump it into the Oilers' end. Now Skinner fumbles that play in front, and Robertson nearly had a golden opportunity. But thankfully, the Oilers were like, nope, we're not letting that happen today. Here's Brown, shoots it, save in front, rebound, and Perry now up to the point for Kulak a shot, and it goes wide. Along the right side now, Bouchard banks it off the boards down low into the corner. Now Corey Perry with Brown will clear it around the right side and trying to bank it up and cleared down and into the Stars' end. Sam Steele banks it off the boards. Here comes Rupe Hintz the other way. 3-on-2 for the Stars and dumped down low in the corner. Henrique is down on the ground. He will get up. And now Brown battling with Robertson. Puck breaks free now down low. Dadonov fighting with Kulak. Robertson gets it and throws it up to the point. It bounces off an official. And the Oilers will try and clear. They're battling for it. They'll do so successfully. And now it's Lindell to Heiskanen. Halfway through the second period, it's still 1-0 Edmonton. Henrique poke checked away then by Wyatt Johnston. Shots are 16-14 in favor of the Oilers. Puck slides out down low. Kulak to Perry. Back then for Bouchard. Bouchard skates it off the boards. Now down low again. They try and clear. And picked up then by Kulak to the right side. All the way back down. And into the Stars' end. Heiskanen to Lindell. Lindell sends a pass to the neutral zone. Racing forward is Marchment fighting with Wallman. Now in the corner. Sagan picks it up. Tries passing it up to the point. Wallman battling again now in the corner. And they'll finally break it free and clear it out to center ice all the way back down and into the Stars' end. And Ceci just sends it the other way. Here's Sagan. Drops it back. Duchesne shoots it. Blocked again by Klingberg. And the Oilers are playing some phenomenal defense here. And they have all series and all playoffs. Here's a shot from the point. Is deflected down low. Now Marchment with it as the puck is blown for a whistle and a penalty coming up here against the Stars. I believe I heard that right. And yeah, it's going to be a penalty here. I think it's going to be against... Or, no, never mind. Sean McDonough lied to me. And there looks like they're going to review something here. I'm not sure what's going on. But anywho, some chances here for Dallas. Denied by Stuart Skinner, who has not allowed a goal in a win this season. It's still 1-0 Edmonton off of the goal from Nugent Hopkins early in the first period. Thank you all very much for tuning in. It's greatly and very appreciated. And we'll go to commercial break. I'm going to go to the bathroom here as well. I shall return, everybody.
It won't take you to space. It brings space to you. Introducing the 3-row all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 9 with class-leading interior space. When comfy softness beats meet fragrant scent beats, they blend together to create an incredible feeling beyond cozy, cool, cozy. New Downy Comfy Cozy breathes life into your laundry.
And the campfire chicken for you. Let me know what you think.
I know chickens can't fly.
All right, I have returned. Sorry about that, guys.
Game 3 of the Western Conference Final comes your way from Edmonton. It's an afternoon game, 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Sunday.
What's really weird is that game 3 of this series is at like 3 p.m. And it's very weird because you would think the Eastern Conference Final would be at 3 p.m. No, it's the Western Conference Final. It's like 12 p.m. local time. Very strange. But you know they'll show up. Face off now inside the neutral zone. It's one back by the Oilers. Nurse will clear it the other way. Nugent Hopkins trying to play it. He'll dump it down low and into the Stars' end. Now Ottinger back behind the net for Lindell. Lindell to the right side. Granlund. Here they come the other way. Hintz to Rantanen. Intercepted in front. Now here come the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins will dump that into the zone, and Lindell will play it up for CC and bank it all the way down the other way. My nose is very itchy. Here comes Hyman to Nuge. Shoots it! Deflects off of Heiskanen's stick. Goes into the center and stolen back then by the Stars. Here they come the other way. Rantanen then to Johnston. Johnston to Rantanen. He can't fully get the pass. He battles now behind the net with Bouchard. Picked up by Ben to the right side now and cleared up for CC. CC now fighting with Nuge. Over then it's Evan Bouchard who will control the puck. Bouchard banks it off the boards. It goes down and into the Stars zone with 8 minutes left in the middle frame. Shots are still 16-14 in favor of the Oilers. Cleared into the zone then by Dadonov. Intercepted by Kapanen, who takes it into the zone. Will clear it around then. Perry to the point. A shot from Wallman. Saved there by Ottinger. Easy pad save there on a low shot. They'll battle for it now in the corner. At the point. Oilers still with it. Thrown around then down low behind the net. For Draisaitl, who fights for it. And the puck comes free for Johnston, who clears it into the Oilers zone. Wallman to Bouchard. To Kapanen. Kapanen clears it in. Kane in front. Draisaitl can't get a shot off. He had an open lane, but couldn't really control the puck, I guess. Here's Evander Kane. Shots are 17-14 in favor of Edmonton. Battling forward here down low. It goes up to the point. Kulak moves in. Fires it. Glove saved by Ottinger. The rebound is tucked there as well. As Frederick got a close chance and then some pushing and shoving on Suze after that as well. The Oilers have definitely been the better team here through this second period. They have not allowed Dallas a whole lot, especially in terms of shots or anything like that. It's just been all Oilers here through these last couple of minutes. And it looks like Adam Henrique has left the game, went to the Oilers locker room. So it looks like something's going to happen here. I didn't see the exact play. They're talking about it, though. They're tweeting about it, that's for sure. And face-off now coming up. It's won by the Stars. Played in front now. Kane trying to deke it around. Shoots it on net. And it goes down low to the corner. Now Heiskanen with it. Down low then is McDavid. McDavid to the point. Kulak waits. It goes up in the air and down low into the boards. Stars with control. Steele to Dadonov. Over for Rantanen, who dumps it into the Oilers' end. Bouchard now in the corner. Back for Kulak on the right side. Over for Kane. Kane to McDavid. Connor McDavid will dump it down low into the Oilers' end. Now Ottinger will rip it around behind the net. And back then is Rantanen. Rantanen tied up on the boards with Perry. Finally it does break free. Lindell carries it out to center ice to Rantanen again, who can't necessarily control it. Down low into the corner. And picked up by Darnell Nurse. The Oilers are doing a very good job at not giving Dallas a whole lot here. Again, just a lot of regroups by the Oilers. They're getting back there on the back check, essentially. They're not giving Dallas a lot of odd man rushes and opportunities because, again, you saw in the first game they allowed a lot of that, especially in the first period. Stetcher backhands it. It's blocked off. Duchesne now down low into the corner. Brown battling forward with Bichelle. Puck slides free all the way down the other way. Sagan through the zone. Marchment to Duchesne. Duchesne shoots it. And a glove save by Skinner. Skinner only facing 15 shots here tonight. We'll go to commercial break. It's still 1-0 Oilers. Ugh. Thank you all very much for tuning in. It's greatly appreciated.
Gas stations. You gotta start at the top and work your way down. Want me to do yours next? You're from Oklahoma. They have to fill the silence. The bathroom code's 9914. Progressive can't protect you from becoming your parents, but we can protect your home and auto when you bundle with us. Look at this hot rodder. On Chewy, save 35% and shop all your favorite brands. For any taste or any diet, at prices you love, delivered fast. The right prices.
Ugh.
There's Chewy. There's no such thing as kind of amazing. It either is or it isn't. Your pulse rises or stays steady. Amazing. Because a car that doesn't make you feel something.
All right, I need to get my charger. All right, face-off coming up now again inside of the Edmonton zone. They're showing off the Oilers here, practicing. It's Mattias Ekholm who has been taking line rushes here with Edmonton. We've obviously been talking about how good the Oilers' defense has been. With Ekholm coming back, it should get better. And that's the crazy part. Showing off some Oilers fans here in Dallas. There's actually a couple of them. There's definitely a few. Face-off one here by the Stars. Here's hardly a shot, glove save by Skinner. And that definitely would be a big help for the Oilers if they can get back their, I would say, their second best, or depending on how you look at it, their best defender there in Mattias Ekholm. So again, I think if you can definitely do that. But again, they're looking pretty good without him anyways. Up at the point, Heiskanen into the right side and intercepted. Here's Kapanen. Kapanen to Draisaitl. Kapanen to Draisaitl. It's blocked off a skate. And now here come the Stars. Granlund with some room. Dekes around Wallman. Behind the net. Drops it for Rantanen, who dekes around behind the net then as well. In front of shot. Saved by Skinner. Rebound is tied up down low. Hintz to the right side. Played back by Draisaitl. Banked off the boards. Draisaitl moves it in to the front of shot, and it goes wide. Here's Podkolzin now battling for it. Cleared down low and into the Oilers' end. Back then for Rantanen, trying to control that puck. Against Kulak, it's finally picked up then by Granlund, and all the way down into the Oilers' end. 4:40 left here in the middle frame. It's still 1-0. McDavid to the point. Kulak, a shot blocked. Rebound. They score! Brett Kulak on the rebound. The defensive depth gets it done, and it's 2-0 Oilers. And that place in Edmonton is going crazy. The Moss Pit. And there you go. Brett Kulak with the goal. It's 1-0 Edmonton. So off a rebound feed there, I think the first shot from him was blocked. It all started with an Evan Bouchard board pass up for McDavid, who just drops it back for Kulak. He shoots the initial shot. It's blocked by Rantanen. And then they get the second one there. It goes just past Ottinger on the mid-glove side. And the Oilers have a 2-0 lead here in the second period. And that's Brett Kulak's third career playoff goal, his first of the postseason. And somebody who doesn't really score necessarily that often as it is. Has a huge goal there for Edmonton in the playoffs. They're up 2-0 here in Game 2. With a chance to tie up this series. However, there's still plenty of time here left in this game for Dallas to tie it. Shot in front directed. Duchesne waits. Looks to the point. Marchment! And it hits the post. Down low now. Duchesne again with it. Tied up there by Kane. And he'll get it out of the zone. Or at least try to. Petrovic clears it now down low to the right side. Stetcher throws it around then. And into the neutral zone. Marchment now battling for it for Ceci. Ceci banks it off the boards then. Sagan through the neutral zone to Duchesne. Duchesne drops it back to Evander Kane. Tyler Seguin, 291s. Here's Seguin to the point. Lindell, shot blocked in front there as well. And now here come the Stars. 2-on-1 the other way. Nuge drops it back. Kane, a shot. Save, rebound. And that one's denied. Wallman keeps it in the zone. Down low, Nuge, a shot. Directed in front. They score again. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is second of the game. And I think it might have been tipped in front by Connor Brown. Regardless, it's 3-0 Oilers. A minute 13 apart. As Connor Brown will be credited with the goal. Nuge with an assist. I think it was tipped in front. And what a play there. Something went up in the air. Somebody's sticker tape came off or something like that, because things just went up in the air and all gobbledygook around. But the Oilers now have a 3-0 lead here in the second period. I don't know, guys. I think this game might be done just from that. I got to be honest. 3:24 left here in the middle frame. The Oilers with a 3-0 lead, looking to tie up the series here heading back to Edmonton. Shots are 21-17. It's cleared down low and into the Edmonton zone. Again, when Stuart Skinner wins a game, excuse my burp, he gets a shutout. When Stuart Skinner doesn't win, he allows more than 4 goals in a game. Big save there by Ottinger on that play. Yeah, I'm burping, guys. I don't know what's happening to me right now. I am a little bit hungry. Here comes McDavid, a shot. Saved there by Ottinger along the right side. Banked off the boards then. Now here comes Jamie Benn. Benn through the neutral zone. Brings it in. Now down low, Colin Blackwell will battle for it. Dallas throwing this game. They will lose next 2 games. Edmonton, 3-1 lead for Game 5. I could see it for sure. Here's McDavid now the other way. McDavid to Perry. Corey Perry throws it in front. Hyman a chance. And that one's saved by Ottinger if that even got on him. Now it's cleared all the way down the other way. 2 minutes to go in the middle frame. Here's Brett Kulak holding the puck. We'll clear it up down to the neutral zone now. Podkolzin with it. Vasily Podkolzin to Draisaitl. It slides all the way out. Racing for it now is Steele. Steele in front. Can't get a shot off. And he's tied up there by Kulak. Here's Robertson now battling in the corner. Blackwell to the point. Harley moves in. Shoots it. And that one's blocked in front there as well. Oh, why the hell does it say that? Why is no one telling me these things? I thought I edited it. I guess I must not have saved it. All right, hang on. Nobody tells me these things. I can't believe I missed that. Thank you, Swogo. You corrected me again. Stopped watching. This isn't hockey. Cleared down low and into the Stars' end. Last minute of play here in the second period approaching. Here's Rantanen. Rantanen through the zone, around behind the net. Still controls it to the point now, and cleared back the other way then by Petrovic. Bichelle now down low, tied up within an Oiler. And time winds down. Bichelle to the right side. Picked up then, intercepted by the Oilers. Banked down the other way. Janmark with a chance, and Ottinger will shoot that puck into the crowd. And that'll probably be a penalty. And it is going to be a power play for the Oilers as Ottinger takes a penalty himself. And as a result, Edmonton will go to the power play. Yikes. Green and red. The green and red is fine. I'm fine with the green and red. It makes it look a little bit better. But yeah, I did mess this up. So let me edit this real quick. All right, so Oilers power play coming up here in a moment. Thank you all very much for tuning in. And they just showed somebody yawning. That's kind of funny. They're showing these Dallas fans just in disarray. as their team is down 3-0 here in the middle of the second period. The Oilers with a power play here now late. They will carry it over into the third period once again. And there you go. The scorebook should be updated. That's my fault. I thought I know I pressed on it to edit it, but I guess I didn't save it. So that's my fault, I guess. But it's updated now. It's all good. All right, puck is cleared down into the Edmonton zone. 25 seconds left here in the middle frame. Bouchard will drop it back to McDavid. Connor McDavid through the zone now to Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl in the corner. It's intercepted by Dallas. They clear it all the way down the other way. Time will wind down. 10 seconds left. And they battle for it now down low. Johnson in front to Hintz. He can't get anything going. And McDavid, one last rush. 3 seconds left. He'll take one last shot, and that'll do it here for the second period. A goal from Connor Brown and Brett Kulak, 27 and 28. And it's 3-0 Edmonton at the end of 2 periods. And that being said, guys, it's intermission time. Go get a snack, go get a drink, do what you got to do. And we will be back here for the start of the third period momentarily. All right, let me pull up the streamer on my computer. Let me make my clip of the game of the second goal for the Oilers. And yeah, I gotta be blunt, I don't think the Oilers are blowing this one. Just gonna say that right now. I'm not so sure they will. I've seen crazier things. Exhibit A, game 1, but I think this is gonna be a easy win here for the Oilers. They can hold it down here for the last period. They're letting Skinner see everything. They're clogging up the neutral zone. It's been a rough one here for Dallas. But anyways, thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe down below if you're new, as we are here in the home stretch of the Stanley Cup playoffs. So the Oilers do have a 3-goal lead heading into the third period, but I will remind you that Dallas in the third period of the last game scored 5 unanswered. So we'll see if that happens here again, but I'm not so sure that's going to occur just because I think the Oilers look just a lot more better. All right, let me get the coverage of the second goal for Edmonton, and then we will talk a little bit more about the second period and get ready for the third here coming up.
A lot of Americans think they'll never afford it. So we're lowering down payments to 1%. 1% down payments with 1+ from
Control that puck.
Get started. Rocket.com. I wonder why they call it.
Control that puck. Inland and all the here in the middle frame. It's still 1-0. McDavid to the point. Kulak a shot block. Rebound. They score! Here in the middle frame. It's still 1-0. McDavid to the point. Kulak a shot block. Rebound. They score! Brett Kulak on the rebound. The defensive depth gets it done, and it's 2-0 Oilers. And that place in Edmonton is going crazy. The Moss Pit. And there you go. Brett Kulak with the goal. It's 1-0 Edmonton. The goal.
Hey, Marty, I got us what's known as a luxury box. These babies don't come cheap. Yeah, sure. Who needs to see
dogs. What are your specials? Hot dogs. Oh, 2 please. For you. 2 buy for us. I'd love to, because I earn unlimited 2% cash rewards with my Wells Fargo Active Cash Card.
All right.
We're on the celebrity cam.
The Active Cash credit card from Wells Fargo. Terms apply.
Imagine living your life thinking, I could get...
While well-timed check can save a game,
Thank you all for tuning in.
a well-timed body check can save your life. This is NFL, the NHL are teaming up against...
Here in the middle frame, it's still 1-0. McDavid to the point. Kulak a shot block. Rebound. They score! Brett Kulak on the rebound. The defensive depth gets it done, and it's 2-0 Oilers. All right. And that place in Edmonton is going crazy. The mosh pit. And there you go. Brett Kulak with the goal. It's here in the middle frame. It's still 1-0. McDavid to the point. Kulak a shot block. Rebound. They score!
Dallas Stars offense is virtually
Brett.
zero so far through 40 minutes. Thanks to great effort.
And I like Canada very much, but we don't want to have Canada making our cuts. We want to make our cuts. Oh, it's a phone call. Do you mind? Okay, it's only a congressman.
All right.
You got to stay patient. So here they are. We see them inside. But Randall here makes a nice little play. They're working it below. Brandon gets a little bit of space, gets it up front. Gorsuch. But watch this here by Janmark. He pushes down. Watch this. Look at the pace. It's not to get on the wrong side of the puck. Stay underneath.
All right. Put this in.
That's textbook hockey. It's not going to be perfect. Sometimes
McBaby will win the cup. Huh. Hey, you know what?
and on offense doesn't always have to be Draisaitl and McDavid. Write $1 for every time you guys talk about depth scoring, secondary scoring. Welcome Brett Kulak to the show.
Yeah, and I love when the defensemen recognize opportunities.
The defense is coming in late. Kulak recognized the bad line change, I think, from Dallas Stars. Jumps up into the play, and sure enough, there's a big, wide open space here that hit a little stopper gap here. Turns right here to McDavid as he does. It's a little bit of a bad break. Randall makes a good block here, but comes right back to him there. But look at all the ice there that Kulak has, because the Knights are coming up.
All right.
Open up a real off-man rush off the McDavid. When you give McDavid that much time, he can find a late guy coming in every time. Like I said, a little bit of unlucky bounce by the Randall. It's a good block, but the line change really hurt the Dallas Stars there. Kulak playing with Bouchard. Maybe some of that Bouchard bomb stuff is rubbing off on Kulak.
You need the defenseman to act. If you want to create offense,
Okay, if you're a defensive defenseman, you gotta get involved in the play. You can't get lazy. Kulak does a great job of
All right. Perfect. That's all done.
the play developed. It was a late change, and I'm not picking on rotation.
McDavid becomes the 4th player in NHL history to have 20 points in 4 consecutive postseasons, joining Sergei Fedorov, Brian Trottier, and Mike Bossy. It's kind of crazy that Gretzky is not on there, or like Lemieux or Yari Curry. That's wild.
So for me, Dallas is doing it to themselves. Rope Hintz is a guy that they're going to rely on. Granlund, too. Rantanen, they got
how many turnovers?
21 giveaways through 2 series. What's the right number, though, with respect? What's an acceptable number if that's 21?
Not 21 against the Edmonton Oilers.
There's the answer, not 21. Kulak's 3rd goal in 89 career playoff games, and it is to do with Evan Chapman.
Brett, what allowed you guys to take control there in the second?
I think it was just weren't pressing anything, weren't forcing anything. We're just sticking to the game plan.
All right. Let me pull up the stream here again.
We just stuck with it all period. Nothing fancy, getting pucks in, wearing them down.
Thank you all for tuning in. Still, we're about 10 minutes away from the start of the 3rd period.
Yeah, I think we're excited.
And we'll get ready to commentate the last one here.
That's not us last game when we blow leads like that in the 3rd. So I think we're happy with where we're at, and we're looking forward to the challenge.
Appreciate it.
We'll get you ready for the 3rd period when we come back on the Discover Second Intermission Report.
This second intermission report is presented by Discover, the official credit card of the NHL.
For the first time in NHL, since the NHL has started tracking starters, Dallas is the all-finish starting 5 skaters. Wow.
But with Discover, I get accepted basically anywhere, not just one place. Oh, don't worry, no, I got it, Dwayne Jet Ski.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places nationwide. Critics agree.
Yeah, this game isn't that great. It's been all Edmonton. There hasn't really been any action here. Doing that while listening to the stream. Well, I'm glad that you're actually listening to something. About 8 minutes here till the start of the third.
The all-new Infiniti QX80, a 450 horsepower twin-turbo beast of luxury. Invest in an Infiniti during the once-in-a-springtime event. We won't raise the MSRP on any vehicle before June 2nd.
A vacation with Norwegian Cruise Line is so much more because there's more included. Like unlimited drinks, followed by amazing meals at amazing restaurants, plus free Wi-Fi. Oh, hey, Mom, I gotta go. I love you. Did I mention unlimited drinks? Hello. And excursion credits so you can explore even more. I love more. Get more out of your vacation with Norwegian's More at Sea. Can I get more? Experience more with Norwegian. Here they are, McCrispy strips, long, tender, juicy chicken made for dipping. Or rather,
Very last exciting game. Playoffs was before the rigged era. The Vegas and Florida final. Some would argue that final was rigged anyways.
Day weekend deals have arrived at Ashley. Now through Monday, shop incredible doorbusters starting at just $2.99. And get summer ready with outdoor favorites like this all-weather wicker set starting at $6.50. Now through Monday only at Ashley.
At AT&T Business, we guarantee our best deals on any smartphone with your choice. What we can't guarantee, your employees having a similar work style. You hired them, or your staff all having the same vibe. I like this though. And your design team being on the same page. Bold choice. For 2002. What AT&T does guarantee, our best deals on any smartphone with your choice of our best plans for any employee. And we mean any.
All right, about 6 minutes here till the start of the tray period. Be sure to subscribe down below if you're new. If you're just tuning in for your first stream, it'd be greatly appreciated. Because Vegas management took advantage of the cup, other teams. No. Yeah. I guess so.
welcome back to the Discover Second Intermission Report. Connor Brown, goal makes 3-0. Yet another guy had a regular goal score. Well, he does have 5 goals this postseason, guys. That's 3 goals in 39 career playoff games. And the Rockies, the players are just so good with the hand eye. If you leave a player open on that, he's going to get a stick on it 9 out of 10 times. You got to get underneath those players there and take their stick away. Hey, can we just say, all eyes were on Stuart Skinner coming in. There were questions coming in about Skinner after the third period last game. He stopped everything so far. 17 saves, pitching a shutout right now. Well, I should have a highlight package of Dallas shooting pucks all game long, but I don't. They gotta shoot the pucks. They gotta get more pucks on it. Like this. Like if they can do this, there we go. If they can snap a few more in there like that, you know what I mean? Maybe pick a corner, shoot it off the pad. Well, listen, there's a set of pads. That's a good save with you. Well, thank everybody for the cards and letters. So we start a GoFundMe yet. I'm doing okay. Nice stuff. Hospital bills. Edmonton Power Play is a minute 9. Edmonton, not Dallas. Edmonton Power Play to start the thing. Big kill. Big kill. For Dallas, it's just one shift at a time. They believe that they can come back in this game for sure, especially after game 1. They just got to execute, especially the big kill. I just love Edmonton's games with the first 2 periods again. They just got to continue to doing the same thing there. The defensive play in their own zone has been as good as it's been over the last couple of years. They're really kind of not overplaying, they're not chasing pucks. Continue to do the same thing, stay disciplined, and they should be able to win this game. I love Mess's style.
didn't talk about that tie. Can we get a zoom in on that? Unbelievable tie, Max. Unbelievable. Oh, look at that tie dish. No, Max, I gotta give you your flowers. No pun intended. Those are spin the Discover second.
All right. Get ready here for the start of the third period, about 3.5 minutes. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We will be live tomorrow for Game 3 of Panthers-Canes. So be sure to tune in for that.
We're here for our convertible.
How about an SUV? Want to get out of here? Here's what Shiva does. Okay, let's move on.
Where are those trucks?
We're right here. Whatever it is, we're here for it. Yep, still here.
3 for me, only at Chili's, is now available with the all-new Big QP, fried, bottomless chips and salsa, and a bottomless drink, all for just $10.99. So if you're McDone with tiny, overpriced burgers, just come to Chili's.
All right, here we go. Let's get ready for the start of the third period here. A little second period recap. Goals came from Brett Kulak and Connor Brown. Both of them number 27 and number 28, which is kind of funny, if we're being honest. And let's get ready here for the start of the third period. Again, the Oilers with a little bit of a power play here heading into the third period. So it will come crossover and into the third. So let's get ready for that. Let's get ready for that here now. But thank you, everybody, for tuning in here tonight. It's appreciated. All right, here we go. Start of the third period now. Oilers are looking to wrap up a Game 2 here that will tie up the series. And Dallas is looking to accomplish yet again another third period comeback. Let's see if they can do it here tonight. The Stanley Cup playoffs, Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals.
You're watching the Stanley Cup playoffs on ESPN from American Airlines Center in Dallas.
All right, here we go. A little bit of a game recap so far. Shots are 23-16. Shot attempts are 40-36. All in favor of the Edmonton Oilers here heading into the third period. The Oilers come in with a 1:09 of power play time. And they're looking to kind of put this one away here pretty easy inside of Edmonton. Showing off Adam Henrique, who is back on the bench. He was out for a little bit. He's back out there now. And here we go. The Stanley Cup playoffs. Third period of Game 2 of the West Final. Here's McDavid deking through the zone. Will circle it back then for Perry. Over to Nuge. In front. It's directed back down low and into the corner. Draisaitl to McDavid. McDavid to the point. Bouchard. Back to McDavid. McDavid to Draisaitl. Draisaitl holds. Goes up in the air and down low. Here's McDavid now to the right side again. Draisaitl with it. Leon Draisaitl dekes around to McDavid down low. Connor McDavid to the point to Bouchard. Bouchard to McDavid. Dekes around. Can't keep the puck in the zone. A good play there by Blackwell. Around to the right side. Big hit there on McDavid from Blackwell, and they're probably going to call that. Or they're going to call something here. It might have been offsides. And I think, yeah, they're going to call it. Yeah, Blackwell's going to the box. And he will be penalized. So a 5-on-3 here for 20 seconds. And then another Oilers power play for 1:40. So if Edmonton plays their cards right, they can quite literally put this game away just like that. So let's see what they can do here now with this period coming down here. Face off here in the Dallas end. The Oilers with a 2-man advantage. 19:11 left to go in the third. Won by the Stars. Steal to Ceci. Will try clearing. He does so successfully. It goes up in the air and into the Oilers zone. Here's Bouchard to Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl tied up there by Steele. Bouchard back then for Nuge. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to McDavid. Draisaitl over. Nuge waits, fires it. It goes up in the air and out of play. And now the penalty to Jake Ottinger on that delay of game is expired. And it's just back to 5-on-4. So Oilers are looking for their second power play goal of the game. They've already had one from Nuge earlier. And Edmonton, again, just looking to hold things down here. Don't allow Dallas to come back in the third. Puck is down low now behind the net. Lindell will race for it. Essa Lindell battling here with Kane. Now Hyman trying to move it in front. Intercepted. Kane looks for options. It's thrown up to the point. Wallman to Kane. Moves in. Shoots it. Glove save by Jake Ottinger. Face-off coming here now again inside of the Stars end. It's won by the Oilers. Klingberg tries feeding it up in front. Intercepted. Here they come the other way. Short-handed. Into the zone. Dead enough. And a save by Skinner. Off of Wyatt Johnston's opportunity. Here's Kane to Hyman now the other way. A short-handed chance there for the Stars. They really could have used that. Johnston's been struggling recently here in these playoffs. Only had 1 point in Jets versus Stars. Had 7 in the first round. Has struggled since. Here's Draisaitl to Kulak. Brett Kulak along the right side. Now battling in the corner. McDavid in front. It just slides wide of the net. And Lindell will clear that one all the way around and out. Oilers still on the power play for another 30 seconds. Still waiting with the puck. Nurse carries it through the zone. McDavid dekes in. It's offsides against the Oilers. And a nice play there by Wyatt Johnston on the breakaway to try and get something good through, but nope. It did not go that way. Face-off now here inside of the Dallas zone. It's Heiskanen clearing it all the way down the other way. Now Skinner with it in the corner to Bouchard. 3 minutes gone here in the third. Puck is dropped back to Brett Kulak. That'll do it for the power play. We're back to even strength. Here's McDavid. Over for Kulak with a goal. Will the Panthers win tomorrow? Honestly, I think so. I think this series is done. If Carolina can somehow win Game 3, maybe. But Florida just looks so much better than them. I think it's likely going to be a Panthers-Oilers final. I'm going to be blunt with you. and I picked for that to happen, but still. Down low now, Nugent Hopkins to Brown. Connor Brown throws it around the right side. Picked up by Hintz. Hintz clears it in. Down low into the Oilers zone. Back now is Granlund. Granlund tries feeding it in front. It comes all the way out to the neutral zone. Now Heiskanen with it to Bichelle. Lee and Bichelle will hold it, and the Oilers take a penalty. And Hintz is fighting with Nurse. He's on the ground. And there's something wrong. And Hintz is face down on the ice. I didn't see what happened either. Let's see the replay clip here. It looks like it was well behind the play, so I don't think it was caught. Thank you on both picks. Yep. All right, let's see here. So, yeah, Nurse slashes Hintz in the knee, and Nurse is like, bruh. I think Nurse called him a pussy. He's like, come on, pussy. I'm pretty sure that's what he just said. And now Hintz looks hurt. He's limping off the ice. He's gonna go to the locker room probably. He has to be assisted off. Bichelle and Granlund are taking him off. And yikes, that is not good there for Dallas on the power play as it is, but even for that, that's not great. That is not good news there whatsoever. And yeah, he's going to the room. Second in points for the Stars in the regular season. And yep, that sounds about right. And Nurse will go to the box. Dallas will get a power play here now for I think the first time tonight. And they're going to do a video review here. I don't know. Could this be a 5? Is that what they're reviewing for? All right, let's see what the actual call is going to be. So it looks like they don't know what they're reviewing for. So, all right, here we go. Yeah, 2-minute minor. I guess you have to look at it just to, be thorough. But, yeah, it's a 2-minute minor. Yeah, hopefully Rupe Hintz is okay. But regardless, Dallas will get a power play here. And a chance to possibly swing momentum. Face-off now won by the Stars. Heiskanen at the point. Gives it over Duchesne. Pass over to Rantanen. Mikko Rantanen will throw it up to the point. Heiskanen down low. Rantanen in front. Tipped off Johnston and down low to the corner. This is the first actual opportunity that Dallas has really gotten to get some pressure here in the defensive zone in what feels like a while. Here's Rantanen. Dekes it into the zone. Will circle back around and throw it up to the point. Heiskanen with it. To Rantanen again. Controls it. Duchesne in front. Johnston intercepted. And cleared all the way down the other way. Off of a very good short-handed clear there by the Oilers. Here's Duchesne. Duchesne the other way then for Robertson. Robertson will shoot it into the zone. Duchesne battling now with Heiskanen. Down low, Kulak around the right side. It's cleared all the way out and into the neutral zone. And Heiskanen will wait. Rantanen to Robertson. Halfway through the power play for Dallas. Down low in the corner. Kulak battling with Duchesne. Now Stetcher. Behind the net. Clears it all the way down the other way. And Jake Ottinger will regroup with that puck. As the Oilers just seem to keep on dominating tonight. Clear down the other way. Jamie Benn racing for it. Bouchard gets to it first. It's kept in by the Stars. And cleared all the way out into the neutral zone then by Marchment and the Oilers. Here's Granlund now the other way. And that's offsides there against Dallas. It's actually kind of frustrating how Dallas is playing. They just don't look good. Oh, someone wants to send me a message on Messenger.
Power play goals in 25 games. They gave up 3 in one period here the other night. Their opponents went 4 for 70. And really, what's the difference? Cody Cece's not there. Matthias Ekholm.
So face-off coming up here now inside of outside of the Oilers zone. Brown versus Ben. Draws one by Dallas. Marchment clears it into the Edmonton zone. It goes up into the safety netting with 15 seconds left on the nurse slash.
Just 16 seconds left on the power play. Chris Knobloch kind of downplayed the struggles of the penalty killing unit this year. He said it hasn't been one.
Face-off now at center ice. It's Ben versus McDavid. And it's one back then and all the way into the Dallas zone. Ottinger back behind the net then for Heiskanen. 5 seconds left here on the power play. That'll pretty much do it. A good kill there by the Oilers, not giving Dallas anything. They have pretty much not given Dallas literally nothing all game. Here they come the other way. It's poke check by Heiskanen and picked up now by Dadonov. Dadonov, the right side, shoots it, saved by Skinner. A very easy save by that. It was on the goal line. Ben now battling for it. Will bank it behind the net. Dadonov in front. And it redirects up then for Heiskanen along the right side. Dadonov in front. Steal a chance. And it deflects down low. And back behind the net then again. Cleared all the way down the other way. Shots are 24-17 in favor of the Oilers. And those 17 shots by Dallas, I feel like they're just non-existent. Here's Granlund, cleared all the way out to the neutral zone. Now Draisaitl with it. Banks it into the zone. Now Granlund to Harley. Thomas Harley feeds a pass up to the neutral zone. It's Johnston to Granlund. Mikael Granlund shoots it, a save there by Stuart Skinner. Stetcher throws it around down to the right side. And now battling forward is Rantanen. Rantanen to the point. Bichelle can't keep it in. It'll go all the way down the other way. And back for Ottinger. 13 minutes to go here now in the third period. The Oilers have been pouncing on the Dallas Stars all game. See a Sergei Zubov jersey there in the crowd. That's about what's interesting here about this game. Henrique clears it into the Edmonton zone, or the Dallas zone, sorry. Battling now is Frederick, sends it out in front. Henrique to the point. Bouchard will bank it down low and into the corner. Again, if you're the Oilers, just don't blow this. That's all I'll say. Like, you allowed a 5-goal onslaught in the third period. Just don't do that again. Here's Colin Blackwell to Robertson, a shot blocked in front there. And trying to clear it up to the point. Lindell to the right side. Banks it down low. And he can't keep that one in. It'll come all the way out. And regrouping now is Cece. Cody Cece will dump it back down low. Picked up by Lindell. Lindell to steal. And all the way back down into the Oilers' end. Here's Jake Wallman. Wallman will clear it out to the neutral zone. Now getting to it is Hyman, and that one's intercepted as well to the neutral zone. And McDavid will clear it back and regroup. Again, you can tell that this game is just not that interesting. It's just kind of back and forth action. Here's McDavid into the zone, poke checked away. Yeah, again, this is just kind of, the Oilers playing solid defense, icing there against Dallas. They're not really giving Dallas much of anything. The Oilers are just that much better of a team. They have their lead. They can play defensive here and lock down. And they're looking to get a 3-0 win here in game numero 2. Just looks that way. Pacers are up 5 on the Knicks. Shit.
made it 3-0. That's where we sit. And Dallas trying to get themselves one back here if they can get on.
Puck is cleared all the way down into the Oilers' zone. Marchman battling for it. Shoots it up in front. Save. Rebound there by Duchesne. They can't keep that one. Here come the Oilers the other way. Connor Brown through the zone will bank it into the Stars' end. Harley now battling for it along the right side. Down low behind the net. Janmark banks it behind the boards then for Draisaitl. Draisaitl will shoot it around to the point to Stetcher. Shoots it. And it goes up in the air over the net. Now Corey Perry with it. Down low then again for Leon Draisaitl. Still down low here now. It's Thomas Harley who will regroup. This is Corey Perry's 228th career playoff game. He leads active players in that stat. He's been phenomenal here throughout his entire career. Johnston dekes around, shoots it, saved by Skinner, and picked up the other way. Then here's a 3-on-2 for Edmonton. Nugent Hopkins over to Podkolzin. Will try firing that one down low. And now around to the right side. It's still there inside of multiple players. There you go. Well, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate halfway through the third period here. We finally get a whistle. And some fights here as Bichel's going at it with Podkolzin. The referees are trying to break this up. And still some more pushing and shoving. Podkolzin there talking to Bichel, probably saying words that Bichel cannot understand. Because Bichel is Podkolzin, I believe, is Russian. And yeah, they're going to kick both of them off. But anyways, the Stanley Cup playoffs in the third period here. The Oilers with a 3-0 lead, looking to tie up the series here against the Stars. That being said, I've been wanting to go to the bathroom for a minute here. I'm going to go now. I'll be right back.
Whether they need car, home, boat, or pet coverage. Listen, now let's go again. Susan, always wanted to do that.
My turn. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Best day of training so far.
How's your elbow?
It's killing me.
All right, trainee. Let's say Glenn is a customer. I'm a customer in this area. What do we do?
Protect what's important to him.
And how do we do this?
We help with car, home, boat, RV coverage.
Great. Apply coverages. Because you never know what life is going to surprise you with at 90 miles per hour.
Did Coach say 90? Push him out there.
You've got this, Glenn.
Am I going to feel good? I felt that.
Okay.
For savings and service, get more with Geico.
Oh, it's moving.
You know, sometimes my life can be a little crazy. That's why when you find stability, you got to grab it and hold on to it.
Sorry about that, everyone.
Even if you're already a customer. Is that even real? That's not just for me. And they give you a free phone on any plan.
Who's doing that? Nobody.
Come on, what's better than that? Probably nothing. Yeah, nothing.
One game doesn't define you. How you answer does.
All right, here we go. So it's going to be 4-on-4 temporarily here in the third period. Thank you all again for tuning in. This is 3-0 Oilers. I think this game is, as CJ said, it's pretty much done. Going to be honest with you. So I guess we'll see here what transpires in these last 9 minutes and 57 seconds. But I think this game is pretty much wrapped. But the ice will free up here a little bit in the third period. And face off one back by the Stars. Oilers get it at the point. Klingberg to Nugent Hopkins. It slides all the way out. And McDavid makes a rush to stop that. And intercepted again by Dallas. Lindell over then for Rantanen, who's tied up by Nugent Hopkins. And at the point, Rantanen over. Heiskanen shoots it. It goes wide. Rebound in front. What a save by Stuart Skinner! Oh my goodness! Here's Heiskanen down to the right side. Shot is denied and it comes all the way out. Oh my goodness. Did Stuart Skinner get an edge on that? Oh, my Lord. I thought that was a goal for sure. Rantanen now to the right side. Waits, drops it back then for Harley. Thomas Harley behind the net. Holds it. Waits, fires it. Saved there by Skinner. And picked up now by McDavid the other way. Connor McDavid on the rush. Through the neutral zone. Up to Connor Brown. Hyman a shot. Saved by Ottinger. Can't tuck the rebound. 8:50 left here in the third. Lindell out to the neutral zone. Robertson picks it up. Here's Jason Robertson. Sends it over. Johnston! And saved there if that even got on Skinner. Thomas Harley will have to come out of the zone to regroup. And he'll break it back in. Over to Johnston, a drive. And that one also goes wide as well. And all the way back down the other way. Now Cody Ceci regroups with it. Here's Jason Robertson through the zone. Waits, will throw it up and behind the net. Now picking it up is Ceci on the right side. Wallman trying to play it as well. Johnston back then behind the net. Wyatt Johnston battling with Evan Bouchard. For Robertson to the point. Ceci to Heiskanen. Shoots it. Blocked in front. It deflects. And goes down to the corner. Another chance in front. And that one stopped there too. Heiskanen another drive. And that one's also blocked as well. We're back to even strength. Heiskanen now down low. Shots are 25-23. The Stars with some chances, but can't beat Skinner. Seems like they have woken up. Vasily Podkolzin will clear that puck all the way down into the Stars. Then it's an icing against the Oilers with 7:36 to go in the third period. I think this one's pretty much done, guys. But we just got to get through these last couple of minutes. I mean, you never know, but what a save by Stuart Skinner. Let me see this. So again, I will say the stat again. It's kind of a wild stat, to be honest with you. When Stuart Skinner has a win in these playoffs, he's had a shutout, so he's not allowed a goal in a win. In a loss, he's allowed an average of 5 goals a game. Bichelle shoots it, blocked off there. Rebound in front's cleared down low. It's kind of crazy how Skinner is. He's not inconsistent, but he's just wild like that. When the Stars score a goal, you know he's losing. Petrovic shoots it, blocked in front. Up at the point then, Sagan. Sagan down low, tries feeding it in front then, and a stop there by Skinner on Mason Marchment. And Skinner has stopped all 23 shots. And yeah, he did get a piece of that with his stick. Wow, what a stop. And still 3-0 Oilers. Thank you all very much for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it here in this third period. It's 3-0 Edmonton. Showing off Skinner here again. 23 shots, 23 saves. In tonight's game, he's looking to bring his third shutout of the Stanley Cup playoffs here. And has made some pretty damn good saves on this Stars roster, including one with a stick just on the crease from Wyatt Johnston, who has been just snake bit during these playoffs. 7-11 left here in the third period. It's 3-0 Oilers. Face off in the Edmonton end. Dallas has been making a little bit of a late push here these last couple of minutes. Shot from the point. Goes into the corner. Oilers pick it up. They'll clear the other way. Kane will bat that puck into the Dallas zone now. Bichelle will clear it up, and here comes Klingberg. John Klingberg moves it through the neutral zone. Down low then, it's Ottinger back for Bichelle over to Duchesne. Duchesne sends a pass up. The Stars will move it in. They'll backhand it down low now. Kane with it to the right side. And Duchesne trying to reluctantly pick it up. Still battling forward in the defensive zone. Oilers pick it back up. Here's Henrique now to the right side. Cleared all the way back down and into the Stars zone. Petrovic with it now, moves it the other way. Oilers just 6 minutes away from tying up the series. Dadonov here in the corner. Loses control of the puck. Back for Hyman. And he'll clear that one into the Stars end. It's just been back and forth. More or less is what this whole period has been, except for like maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Dadonov breaks it through, intercepted. They'll dump it back down and into the Stars end. Picked up by Jamie Benn. 5:40 left in the third. Maybe see if Dallas can pull their goaltender. We saw Carolina do it in the previous game, in game number 2, or game 1, my apologies, so. Time still winding down. You guys can tell that there's not a whole lot going on. It's just kind of been just like defensive zone plays and regrouping, and Dallas is trying to break the rush, but they can't. Here's Draisaitl. The pass in front is blocked. To the point now, Bouchard. Shot there from Kulak is blocked in front. And over then, Granlund will send a pass to the neutral zone. And Dallas will regroup. Lindell to Johnston. Still in the neutral zone, racing for it the other way. Frederick throws it in front. Janmark a chance, and it goes in the crease. Somehow that did not cross the line. Oh my Lord, that was like right there. A golden opportunity for Janmark, and nothing came of it. It almost happened, but nothing resulted from it. 4:30 left here in the third. We'll see if the Stars pull Ottinger. Here's Duchesne, throws it in front, denied there by Skinner. Along the right side now, it's Trent Frederick. Heiskanen a shot. That one's denied back down low. Duchesne with the puck. Tries backhanding it down low. Troy Stetcher gets it and clears it the other way. Here comes Kane. He's got Brown in front. And can't get the pass to him. The puck goes up in the air. Still in play. And they'll battle for it here in the corner. Shots are now 26-24. The Oilers basically have this series in the bag. Game 3 will be on Sunday at 3 p.m. for some weird reason. Thomas Harley now moves it down the right side. It's picked up by Sam Steele. And battling for it now down low. Brett Kulak. It goes up in the air and out of play with 3.5 minutes to go in the third. Oof.
Introducing Domino's new and first ever stuffed crust pizza. Yummy. Try one for the first time tonight. If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that opens up a world of possibilities. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and get access to over 1,000 airport
Ugh.
When it comes to your wireless plan, don't settle for less. Get more with a free 5G phone and real unlimited data from Sprint. More ways to connect.
Thank you all for tuning in one last time. Be sure to subscribe down below if you're new. We'll be live tomorrow for Canes and Panthers, game number 3. Panthers looking to take a 3-0 series lead. And it sure seems like the momentum is in their favor to do that, but I guess we'll see.
Introducing the 3-row all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 9. With class-leading
Whew. Ooh, Scott Van Pelt, my man. Ooh, the Pacers are up 2-0 over the Knicks. That's so clutch. All right, face off now coming up here in the Oilers zone. 3:30 left here in the third period, so hate to break it to y'all. This one's just about done. We'll run down the last couple of minutes here. Puck is played all the way down the other way. It's empty net here for the Stars. Hyman trying to race for it, but won't get to it in time. It's an icing against the Oilers. I thought for a moment they were going to be able to pull Ottinger, but didn't know if it was happening for sure. And yeah, there you go. There it is. So they will take Jake Ottinger out of there. Face off won by Dallas. Down low now, Matt Duchene. In the corner, will feed it up to the point. Heiskanen keeps it in the zone. 6-on-5. Duchene to Heiskanen. Down to Duchene. Over to Robertson in front, denied there. Back over Rantanen. In front, Duchene. What a save by Skinner. Now McDavid gives it up for Nuge. They'll play it out here. Here's Hyman trying to go for the empty net. And he will shoot it just wide. The Oilers won a penalty. And yeah, they're going to get one there. That's pretty obvious. It's going to be against Miro Heiskanen with 2:53 remaining here in the third period. And there you go. And yeah, that's a slash. There is no doubt about that. Whew. So it looks like Hintz has not returned yet here in these playoffs. So not great. All right, face-off won back by the Oilers. They're on the power play now. At the point, Stetcher down low. Draisaitl shoots that one wide. And Ottinger's obviously back in the net. They're not going to play with an empty net. And 2:30 left here in the third. Draisaitl along the right side. Puck goes out to the neutral zone. Stetcher regrouping now with Corey Perry. Perry to Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl into the zone, and to the point to Stetcher. To Nurse. Nurse to Draisaitl now, down low. It'll go back and behind the net as these Stars fans quickly leave. It looks like you see a lot of empty seats now. Nurse to Stetcher. To Kane. Evander Kane through the zone. Will battle for it now, down low in the corner. And cleared all the way down the other way. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the third period. Kulak still with control. Minute 45 to go in the third. McDavid will come back and regroup now for the Oilers. To Klingberg as they just let time kind of run down. They have this game in the bag. The Oilers will tie up this series and go on to Game 3 in Edmonton on Sunday. Again, at 3 p.m., just so strange. Again, it's just there's no point in commentating. It's just the Oilers are just regrouping. Honestly, that's what it is right now. And 20 seconds left on their power play. They get a line change, and last minute of play here now in the third period. Here's some boos coming here from the Dallas crowd. The Oilers needed to win one. Now they can go back to Edmonton, win those 2 games, and take a 3-1 series lead, possibly heading into Dallas. 45 seconds left here in the third period. Dallas has won just 2 games on the road during these playoffs. They're really going to need to pick things up here if they want to win this series. They got to win at least one in Edmonton, maybe come back with the series tied at 2. Otherwise, it's a wrap. Dadonov shot there, goes wide of the net with 20 seconds to go. Rantanen fed around to the right side. Johnston in front, shoots it wide. Now Dadonov again, 15 seconds left. Dadonov to Johnston, poke checked away down low, 10 seconds left. Johnston to the front, it goes wide, 5 seconds to go. And a shot from the point, Bichelle is blocked. It comes out of the zone, and that'll do it. Stuart Skinner with his 3rd shutout of the Stanley Cup playoffs and his 3rd win. And the Oilers take a 3-0 win here back to Edmonton. Final score, Oilers 3, Stars 0. And we go back to Edmonton with a tied series. And things are getting very entertaining here now. That being said, thank you all for tuning in. I greatly appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow for Game 3 of Panthers and Canes. But that being said, that is it for me. Thank you all for tuning in. And